Hello. I wasn't wearing earrings, so I had to go put some on and come back. Can't do a podcast without my earrings. Hi, I'm Zage, a high vibe pop artist and ceremonialist, here to make the world a more beautiful place using my voice. And welcome to another episode. Today, we're going to be talking about what people don't tell you about quantum leaping. So, if you aren't familiar with this term, quantum leaping is defined as a huge and oftentimes sudden step forward. So, when used in a spiritual context, we're referring to jumping into a new reality or jumping timelines. And trust me, if this all sounds like really like esoteric and like a little woo woo for you, trust me, I have been there. I didn't believe that this was real until it happened to me. So, in physics, we know that like attracts like, and we see this in nature as well. So, when you see water droplets, they tend to come together. And then also through sound healing and through frequency, like literal sounds and frequency. Um, if you take a bunch of tuning forks and put them in a room together, you ring one C note, and all of the C's will start to sing together. And it's because the vibration of one is activating the vibrations of the other. So, like attracts like, they all kind of start to work together, bringing in that same vibration. And so, when used in a spiritual context, your vibration, your frequency is impacted by a lot of different variables. This can be impacted by the food that you eat, your mood, your conscious beliefs, your subconscious beliefs. There are a lot of different kind of key components that can shift your frequency day to day. All of those different seemingly small components work together to create your reality because like attracts like. So whatever vibration you are emitting, that is the vibration that you are attracting. And I know that might be kind of a hard pill to swallow if you are feeling unhappy, but we'll get to that in a minute. And so, as you develop yourself by learning life's lessons to gain wisdom, by taking care of your body and eating clean and exercising, refining your belief systems and healing your past traumas, that is when you start to truly experience the shift in vibration. And your shift in vibration is a reflection of all of those factors. And then your reality, your outside world starts to become a reflection of your inside world. I like to think of it kind of like a video game. So, as your character in your video game starts to gain more tools, learn more lessons, level up, basically, you become ready for the next level. And so, when you become ready for that next level, everything around you changes. So, the whole environment changes. Some of the characters are different. It's literally like you went up to a new level in a video game. And trust me, I used to be one of those people who didn't believe in quantum leaping. I thought, hey, like that's not possible. You can't just jump into a new reality. That's not really how it works. But then I experienced it for myself, uh, kind of honestly unintentionally. And reflecting back on the whole experience now is how I'm able to relay this information to you from this new perspective. And so, going a little bit into my own personal experience with quantum leaping, 1 year ago, my life was completely different. And when I say completely different, I mean completely different. I thought my future was going to be different. I was a housewife. I was living in the suburbs. And so last year I started to take this manifesting thing more seriously. I was meditating every day, visualizing, journaling, doing all of the right things, taking care of my body more intentionally, and just really pouring a lot of loving energy into dreaming up this reality that I wanted for myself. And so I had been doing all of this work to level up my vibration, my frequency, and then I reached this point where my outer reality no longer reflected my inner reality. I was under the impression that I could keep everything that I already had and could also get the new reality that I was dreaming up, but that just wasn't the case. And here's the part that I think no one talks about when it comes to quantum leaping. You cannot receive your new blessings if you are still holding on to your old ones. So I had been doing all of this work and healing and doing all of the right things. And then I noticed that my world started to just fall apart. And so energetically, I was ready for a new level of life, but I wasn't ready mentally to let go of the reality that I was in. And so here's where the universe, God, whatever you refer to that energy as, it had to take away the things that I would not let go of. And so over the course of the next few months began the clearing process. I lost friends, I lost my marriage, I lost jobs that I was working. It was really tough. And honestly, there was a lot of times where I felt like I was being punished. I was like, but I was doing all the right things. I don't understand why everything is falling apart. Like everything is just being stripped away from me. And it really sucked. Like being in the thick of it, being like in that process of the clearing and just feeling like it's like boom, 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 one thing after the next, just like being ripped from my hands. But in my heart, I knew that there was a reason why those things had to go. And that's where the surrender aspect comes in. Are you able to trust that this process is happening for you and not to you? And I think the clearing process in itself is quite the initiation because it taught me how to maintain that level of vibration that I was at when everything was seemingly good. So, are you able to hold that vibration regardless of what's happening around you? I feel like that is like one of the biggest tests when it comes to seeing if you are ready for that new level of life. It's almost like the final boss. The final boss is letting go. And it's up to you, like if you fight it, you're just creating more resistance. You are literally blocking your blessings by holding on to that old life that is no longer in alignment. When you have things in your life that are no longer in alignment with the life that you are calling in, they have to go one way or another, whether you let them go willingly or they get ripped from you by God. Like either way, um, they have to go. And if you're not willing to let go, then you just can't go to the next level. That's just how it is. If you're not willing to let go, then maybe you aren't ready for the next level. That's not to say that it is going to necessarily be easy because for me, it definitely wasn't. Like, I had a very difficult time letting go of those things. But the thing that helped me go through that process was just my unwavering faith, just knowing that I will be okay and trusting the process, trusting that this was happening for me and not allowing myself to get sucked too much into a victim mindset, a victim mentality of being like, oh, like why is everything falling apart? Like this is happening. Why is this happening to me? Why is this whatever? All these stories that we create about like the why, rather than just trusting that this is all part of the process, part of the clearing, trusting in that sacred tower moment that happens before you can receive your blessings. You have to have space for them to come through. And if your life is full of all of these things that are taking up space that are no longer in alignment for you, those are the things that have to go. And if they're being taken away, say, like, kiss them goodbye. Kiss and wave, kiss them goodbye. Give it a goodbye kiss. Say a prayer. Write a love note. Whatever you got to do, let it go. Because if you don't let go, it's it's going to be harder. It will be harder if you are not willing to let it go. You're blocking your blessings by not letting go. And so when we are holding on to these things from our old lives, sometimes we don't even realize that they're no longer in alignment because we have attachment to them and stories around them. And I had this really funny metaphor, like as I was going through it, that just kept like helping me process it. And it was like, okay, like the universe is trying to give me a gift, but my hands are full. And I'm like, okay, my hands are full. I have these things that I love. And I don't realize that it's trash. I'm just holding on to trash. And the universe has this beautiful gift for me. And the universe is like, hey, I have this gift for you, but you got to let go of your trash. And I'm like, no, I love this trash. I've had this trash for years. This is my favorite trash. This trash was handed down to me generation to generation. And so I feel like for me personally, the universe was like, okay, no, you're ready for this gift. Like, you got to let go of the trash. And the universe had to, like, take it out of my hands, like push it down. uh, Instead of reaching for everything and trying to pick up all the pieces and trying to hold it back together, I just trusted. And I was like, okay, all right, fine. I guess I'm not supposed to have this. And I'm going to trust. And so, through the beauty of that is that once you let go, you're free. You are free. You have free hands. And the possibilities are endless, it's limitless of what you can receive when you are free, when your hands are free of the chains of your old life, when your hands are free of the old patterns, the old belief systems, the people, the whatever, whatever it is that had to go. It is a gift. The freedom that you experience is a gift. And even though it might feel like a void, like an emptiness, choose to view it as something beautiful. Choose to see it as freedom rather than lack. And I think that is part of the mindset shift that happens, um, that determines whether or not you're ready for that next level of life. Can you maintain your vibration? Can you maintain your frequency regardless of what's happening around you? Regardless of whether or not that person that you love told you that they don't love you anymore, regardless of whether that friend that you've had for many years says that they can't be friends with you anymore, regardless of losing job opportunities and worrying about money and all of these different things, like, are you able to maintain your frequency? Are you able to continue to trust in yourself, to continue to trust in the universe, and continue to trust in the process of the sacred unraveling? And my recommendation to you, if you are in the void right now, if you have just gone through the process, or if you're in the thick of it, first off, my heart is so with you. I know how much it sucks. You will be okay. And what I would recommend to you during this time is to double down on your dreams. What are you calling in and why? What is the frequency that you wish to be at when you receive the blessings that you want to receive? And how can you embody that frequency of having that which you're calling in now? Now that you have the space for it, how would you show up when you already have that thing? When you have the loving, beautiful relationship where you're so fully met and everything feels so amazing, how will you show up? Start embodying that energy now. Now that you have more space, you have more time, you have more, you have more. It might seem like you have less, but you actually have more. You have the gift of freedom, the gift of space. The void doesn't have to be this dark, scary pit. It can be an expansive, beautiful field where you can, as far as you can see, just sky, endless possibilities. And so it is through that process of letting go of your old life, experiencing the void, where you get to have the spaciousness to receive the blessings that you were calling in. Trust the process, trust the sacred unraveling. You'll be okay. If you found this episode helpful, like and subscribe wherever you're watching, and I'll catch you next time. Hello, baby. You want to say? You have something to say?